View studio hummed with that peculiar mix of caffeine, chatter, and live audience electricity. Cameras glided across the table, catching every micro-expression. Prince Harry sat stiff-backed in a crisp navy suit, his hands clasped together so tightly the knuckles whitened. His smile was polite but thin. He was ready for tough questions, but not this. Megyn Kelly, unexpectedly seated at the end of the table, had a look in her eyes that said she'd come not for polite conversation, but for a reckoning. The producers had booked her as a special perspective on royal family matters, but everyone in the control room knew she was here for fireworks. Sonny Hostin lobbed a warm-up question about Harry's charitable work. He relaxed slightly, answering in measured tones about service, duty, and speaking his truth. The audience nodded along, until Kelly leaned forward, hands folded, voice calm but razor-edged. "Harry," she began almost kindly, "you've said your mission is to help others heal from trauma, but don't you think constantly revisiting your grievances is keeping you, and frankly, the public, stuck in the past?" The air shifted. The audience made that low collective "oh." Harry's brows knit. "With respect," he replied, "it's not about grievances, it's about honesty. And I think people appreciate that." Kelly tilted her head, her expression unreadable. "Honesty is one thing. But when every interview, every podcast, every book circles back to attacking your family, some might wonder, are you healing? Or are you cashing in on the pain?" The tension spiked. Joy Bihar's eyes darted toward the producers offstage. Whoopi Goldberg leaned back, lips pressed into a line. The live audience was eating it up. Harry's polite smile faltered. And in that split second, before Scene 2's knockout punch, everyone in the room could sense it. This was about to turn into the viral moment of the week. Harry's fingers tightened around his mug of tea, as if holding it could anchor him. The studio light seemed hotter now, the laughter and murmurs from the audience pressing in on him like an invisible wall. He began to answer Megyn Kelly's pointed remark, but she was already moving in for the kill, measured, unflinching. "You left the royal family to protect your privacy," she said, her voice steady. Her eyes locked on his. "And yet here you are, book deals, Netflix shows, hour-long tell-all interviews. At what point, Harry, does that stop looking like a search for healing and start looking like a brand strategy?" The audience gasped again, louder this time. Somewhere in the crowd, a single, dry laugh slipped out and echoed in the silence. Harry opened his mouth. "That's not—" Kelly didn't raise her voice, but her words sliced through his. "Which is it? Are you the man who wants to retreat from the spotlight? Or the man who's selling tickets to the very spotlight you claim destroyed you?" The camera zoomed in, catching the flicker in Harry's eyes. A quick, unguarded flash of anger. He straightened in his chair, trying to regain control. "I've been transparent because the truth matters," he said firmly. Kelly arched an eyebrow. "Truth or your version of it?" That line hung in the air like a guillotine. The crowd shifted in their seats, some grinning, others wincing. Whoopi Goldberg leaned in, trying to lighten the tension with a joke about tea and crumpets, but it didn't land. Harry forced a laugh that came out brittle, his jaw tight. Kelly simply sat back, a faint, knowing smile curling at the edge of her lips. She didn't need to say another word. She'd already landed the blow. By the time the segment ended, the clip was already being cut in the control room. The headline was practically writing itself. Megyn Kelly to Prince Harry. Truth or your version? Awkward silence on the View. And as the credits rolled, Harry avoided her gaze. He knew this one would follow him far beyond the studio walls.